Good evening, how's it going? Today is Thursday, it smells weekend. Today I felt the fluctuation of my English fluency and also I faced my English declining. Let me describe it. Sometimes I feel I could speak English fluently. On the other hand, sometimes I feel my English is really bad. When I try to speak what I wanted to say, my reflex wasn't well, then I couldn't come up with good word to which is which I want to say. Then I feel my English deteriorate. I know that this fluctuation is part of my learning, but I still feel depressed when I face this situation. During this speech, I faced awkward pauses due to lacking my vocabularies and English expressions. I'd like to forge my fluency somehow, and also I want to hit C1 level of English proficiency. Anyway, what I can do is just to try to do it, tackle the English even though I face any difficulties and the wall to break through. Heart, heart full of fortitude. This is what I need to. Alright, then today, my intern gave us the presentation of the whole internship program result as a rehearsal of the final presentation. Upcoming Tuesday, it will be happening. Naturally, that means coming Tuesday will be the last day for internship program. I faced a lot of things. I easily noticed she is so bright that she can absorb new things very quickly and get used to that. And moreover, she uses it appropriately and naturally. I think she's fast learner, and also her opinion and insight was so sharp that I sometimes overwhelmed. Even though she sometimes made a mistake, but she usually still be confident. I really look up to her attitude because over expecting and worrying about something too much got depressed and confine their ability. If you have idea, thought, opinion, then showing them confidently is the only way to show up, even though they might had a mistake. I think it's not no problem because once they notice the mistake, they just follow and fix their mistake without repeating the same mistake. But hesitating something lead to never noticing truth. That is a true problem. And at the end of her presentation, she she acknowledged my mentorship and the teammate and person who involved in her internship program, including the people who greet her and just say hi. And she also mentioned and what I hyped up is she said that she appreciate I giving the patient even though we had language barriers. Sometimes I translate her English to Japanese to share her opinion with our teammate. And also, I translate Japanese into English. I don't want I didn't want to left her alone or left out. What I hyped up is that she noticed that and she was saying thank you. I was really happy to hear that, which gave me the confidence and the energy boost. I'm not sure whether or not she will join my company, but I believe she will be the engineer for some major. I mean, I'm not sure she will be software engineer, electronic engineer, or mechanical engineer. But I hope our paths will cross in the future soon because we are engineer. Time flies so quick, a blink of an eye. And somehow I'd like to improve my English skill. Let me practice something. Alright, excellent. Your presentation was impressive. I really convinced your progress was great, and also your talk was really easy to understand for every listeners. And I'm afraid the volume of text is a bit huge. You know, if you write a lot of things in one slide, it makes people find it difficult to read at once while listening your speech. So that's why, as for the presentation slide, I recommend you should add and write very important one keywords where you really focus on. Other than that, you can cover it while speaking. But I know that one thing, if PPT slide is so simple, then it might be difficult to speak because you cannot see any text which give you a hint of what to speak. So that's why I think you should reduce the volume of text. On the other hand, you don't have to delete a lot of things. Probably, how about erase the half of your text volume? How about it? And there is one thing I recommend you should illustration or image the slide right after the agenda. Reading text is a bit difficult to understand everyone because what you do is really challenging and demanding. On the other hand, as long as people are trying to understand roughly or briefly, then the illustration helps them understand definitely. What about doing that? And your presentation duration took around 16 minutes and requirement is 15 minutes. You have to trim to 1 minute, trim to 15 minutes, erasing 1 minute. But I recommend you should speak slowly. In that case, you can skip some of topic which you didn't so focus on seriously. Maybe in lead topics, maybe you can remove it. How about it? Alright, thank you for listening. I will I will give a best shot tomorrow as well.